Hi everyone, it's me again, the Thrift Trader. Hope everyone is doing well and selling a lot. I always wish that. But this is my February sales. I only had one from Amazon and 14, I believe, from eBay. I still haven't opened my Etsy store. I've technically opened one, but haven't listed anything yet. So hopefully, maybe later this year, I'll have some Etsy sales. I don't know how long it takes to really build up a store there or anything. Don't know much about it, but I'm hoping for the best, and I hope I can get it rolling in the next couple months. All right. Well, the first thing I'll just show you my one Amazon sale because I'm not really selling much on Amazon anymore. I don't do FBA at all. I've only done merchant for fulfilled, and but even then, I don't find a lot of stuff to list on there. And even when I do, I list them on both eBay and Amazon, so it gets sold quicker that way. But this did sell on Amazon for $20. It was free to me since my dad picked it up at a Goodwill. It was completely sealed, um, and with only maybe a couple of holes in the shrink wrap. So that was a pretty cool sale. I think it was $1.99. Next sale is a couple of Mardi Gras beads that I had in a bag from last year. I don't remember how I got these because I didn't actually go to the Bacchus Parade, which is in New Orleans. I live pretty close, which is I live in Baton Rouge. But for some reason, I happen to have these two Bacchus beads, and um, I just didn't know if someone might want them because I was just gonna give them away. And I literally put them up as an experiment to see if they would sell, and they did within 2 or 3 weeks, I guess. Um, I did not measure the medallions like I should have, but the person didn't care. I did put small medallions in the title, but I think if I did that again, I'd probably measure these out. They were only an inch, but in this picture, they kind of look a little bigger. So, but I mean, if they wanted a refund, it was only $6. I would have just let them have it. I wasn't that concerned about it. Next thing was I've got a bunch of these boxes. I think I said this in the last. No, I don't. I think this is the first video where I've sold a lunchbox, but I found like 10 or 11 at a estate sale that were all similar to this, and they're all different things like Aladdin, Transformers, Willow, all those 80s and 90s type plastic lunchboxes, and they were only 10 cents a piece. So, of course, I snatched them up with the quickness and made out like a bandit. I did give some to friends. Um, for example, I had like a Hulk Hogan one, like complete with paperwork and the thermos. So I gave that one to a friend, and some of them I like sold cheaply to other friends, even though they were worth a lot more. So the remaining ones that didn't have thermoses or anything, I'm selling on eBay for 10 or 15 bucks or whatever I think they might sell for. And this one sold for $10 after only a couple months of being listed. I found this at a Goodwill, crazy enough. A lot of people say, oh, their stores don't have video games, and they do, with some caveats. For example, this Goodwill that I happen to have gone to was kind of in a small town, and it was also behind the counter, but it was only $4. So I think what happened was they got them kind of late and just kind of put them behind the counter real quick. Didn't really look at the value yet. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's worth a lot more than $4. So I snatched it up along with Mario All Stars cartridge and a few more that weren't really worth anything, but I just kind of took a chance on all those, and I knew All Stars would sell and this one, and it did. Within a couple days, sold for 17 plus the shipping. I didn't sell it for more because, like my condition says here something was inside and shaking around, but I did test it on my brother's system, and it worked perfectly. It saved and everything. So it was just kind of dirty, and it had that issue. And the label here looks better than like the picture. Well, I'm sorry, the label looks better than it did in real life, I guess. So, but yeah, sold really, really quickly. I probably could have sold it for a little more, but whatever. Um, I've I've said in the past I kind of stopped picking up mugs because they don't sell very well for me anyway. I think that's kind of the story across the board with resellers. But this was only 25 cents, and I didn't. It was kind of one of those days where you go around garage sales and you don't see anything, and you're just like, ugh, I'll take a chance on this. And it took several months to sell. I've had this since last summer, I think. But it sold for $15 to someone in California. I put it in some cardboard and put it in a poly shipper, and I guess it got there fine because they haven't complained. This is the Mario All-Stars I was talking about. Also got it for $4. Sold it for 20. I think next time if I get this, I'll sell it for a little more. But I was worried about the condition issues. I know it worked, but the label was kind of screwed up here. So I sold it for cheaper than it probably would have gone for. But I'll know for next time. I just wasn't 100% sure. And that's okay. $4 into 20 in like a week is not bad. This was kind of a mistake because it was free. It was another one of my dad's gifts to me to sell. And I put it up, I think for 15 at first and kept dropping the price because it wasn't selling. All of a sudden it sells for $8. And I go to look for it in my closet, my one closet where all of my inventory is. And I could not find it. And I looked for a couple days. I have 1 day handling, and I knew I was going to take a ding. And I asked the person, I said, do you want to cancel on this, or do you want me to send it to you from another seller? If I do that, just know that I can't verify 100% the quality of that tape. So, and this one was really, really screwed up. I mean, the tape was like, I mean, the case was completely cracked. I think the VHS itself looked good, but that's about it. So the person didn't respond to me, and so I went on Amazon and I said, "What the hell?" And I just sent them like a decent one, I guess, for $10 plus shipping, which probably looked better than this one. So I'm sure they were happy. They didn't give me any feedback or anything, but probably because I told them that I lost it. But at least they didn't give me bad feedback. No feedback is better than bad feedback. But this is the only time I've ever lost an item, and I was very upset about it. But from what I can tell in the reselling world, that does happen. So I didn't beat myself up too bad about it. I just have no clue what happened to it. There is a chance I sold it at a garage sale and didn't take it off of my eBay list, and for some reason did not remember, but whatever, it's gone. These are just some shoes that I had. For a brief time, I was going to nursing school. Not there anymore. And I picked these up, and I, I'm an idiot because I picked them up, and they were like a size too small for me. I do not wear a 5.5, but when I tried them on, I felt like they fit. And technically they did. Like I could put my feet inside of them, but once my feet were on them for like 2 hours, your feet swell. And they were very, very comfortable. I wish they were in my size. Like I would have kept them for whatever, if I had a long day on my feet or whatever, which I don't have a job like that anymore. But yeah, like I don't know what I was thinking, but it took me forever and ever and ever to sell these. I eventually sold them for 15, not 20. Anyway, they were still in great condition. The person really liked them. This was another experiment about Mardi Gras beads. I am having so much trouble saying Mardi Gras. Um, but yeah, I kind of gave it like an artistic. It's kind of hard to photograph beads, so I gave it like this artistic view so they could see. I did give them these exact beads, and they ended up going to a theater company or a playwright, whatever you call it, like a playwright house or whatever, a theater house, and which I thought was pretty neat. I don't know if they were doing Mardi Gras plays or whatever, but they seem to have gotten some use out of this. I put these in a flat rate shipper, flat rate padded envelope, and so they went for like $6 or $7, I guess. And so I was just gonna give these away, like I said earlier, and I was really glad they sold. This is a funny one because um, as soon as I found it at Goodwill, I posted it on Facebook and Instagram, and people really liked it. And it was only a large, which sometimes it's an okay size, but you really don't want to get anything smaller than that in shirts sometimes because they take a while to sell. This took maybe only a month or two, not that long. I was kind of afraid like maybe it wouldn't sell, maybe it was too risque, whatever. But I thought it was really funny, and so I picked it up, and I was like, if it doesn't sell, oh well. But I think eventually someone will want this, and for $15, it did sell. It's another lunchbox. It's Transformers. The little metal latch. The Transformers movie is coming out soon, so I figured that might sell pretty quickly. Still have a couple of other lunchboxes that are taking a while to sell, but whatever. I have faith in them. This was my other mistake for last month. I had seen a be on the lookout for these, and I immediately went out to my local Starbucks, and they had two, and I bought both for $40 a piece. And I put them on eBay the very next day for kind of a high price, I think around like 80. And I quickly realized it was not going to sell for that price, or at least not very quickly. So I started dropping the price down very, very quickly because I got kind of nervous. I did not want to get stuck with something that I paid $40 for, and I eventually realized I'm not going to get very much money for these. So I did get 60, but with free shipping, it cost around $4 to get there. So probably overall, I made a little over $10 on this because of fees and PayPal fees. But oh well, you know, I made a little something. It just wasn't what I had hoped. This is a scrub top that was a 3X. Very cute. I just started looking at scrub tops, see if I can find any big sizes, and sure enough, found this, and I loved the pattern, and I figured somebody else might too. I did drop the price down to from 25 to 20 pretty quickly because I didn't have any experience in scrubs, and I didn't know if it would sell at 25. But I think if I got another one at the size or even a 2X, I would keep it at 25 for a little while and see what happened with that. This was a cool one. This is another gift from my dad to resell. I'm calling him gifts. I mean, he finds stuff for me, and which is nice of him. Because he used to do a little picking himself, but he doesn't really like selling on eBay anymore. So he just kind of finds stuff for me. And the box, Goodwill will typically put tape across their boxes to keep them together, which I understand, but it destroys any value in the box if you can't get that off. So what I did was I just said the box has tape on it, and I covered myself here in the condition, and oh god. Well, I said here the box is in poor condition and has tape covering back and front. I mean, it wasn't in that poor of a condition, but I didn't want some collector to buy this and be like, this box is just tatty and torn up. All the pieces were in there. So if they're just getting it for the car, which I think they were, everything was there. So yeah, that went within a few months for $30 plus the shipping. I did not want to find a box for this, and so I told everyone in the description that the box will come wrapped in bubble wrap and in a poly bag, so that there would be no illusions that it would come in like a nice box, because the box was already screwed up. I just didn't want someone expecting like a nice package. And I put some cardboard on the top and bottom, but not covering the entire thing because I couldn't fit an entire length of the box cardboard in the poly bag. It was a really, really tight fit. I had to use 2 poly bags, so I kind of like Franken bag it and like tape it all together. And when the person got it, they gave me really good feedback. They were like, I packaged it well, and which I was super happy about, because I thought there would be a chance that they would complain, but I forgot that I kind of covered myself. This is another Lily Pulitzer plus Starbucks swell bottle. This one was called Freshly Squeezed, and I sold it for $25 more than the other one, but $4 of that went towards the shipping, and the rest of that is like after fees. I probably made like what, $15-16 maybe, if that. So not a ton off of that either, but that's okay. And that's all I have to show you. I would like to say thank you to my subscribers. I realize I'm not the most charming personality on YouTube as a reseller. I do my best, but I'm still kind of learning the ropes with videos and everything. But I really do appreciate subscribers, and I'm not telling you if you're watching that you have to subscribe or anything. But if you're watching, also, I really do thank you. I just like to do this because I enjoy it. I don't care about giving away secrets or whatever, like some people do. I just like to show what I sold, and I show everything. I show my stuff that I made a lot of money on, which is rare if you're watching my videos. I usually do like bread and butter stuff, and then disappointments like this water bottle. So thank you for watching again, and I will see you soon with my next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.